Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi and welcome. So today I have a couple of new things and I have a couple of things that I've not tried in a while, so it's a bit of a mixed bag today just because I had a big declutter. I didn't film it unfortunately because it's a bit difficult to film with like a 1-year-old and a really small space, so I thought I would just kind of go through things that I haven't used in a while, but then I've got later on kind of a couple of things that are brand new. So let's start off with the kind of older things before we get into the new things. So for primer, we've got the pore filler by Beauty Crop. So I've been using Beauty Crop so much recently, mainly because I purchased their mini advent calendar. If you haven't seen me unbox that, I have done that quite recently. I guess it's quite recently, like a month or so ago. This is taking its time. This is not even a new product. This is like older, obviously. But I got this quite a while ago because Beauty Crop always have a sale on, and I don't understand how they're constantly on sale. I know now that it's kind of like Black Friday, um, that they have another sale, which I believe is like quite similar to what they've been doing recently, where things are like £1.50 and £2 and stuff like that. And I kind of think to myself quite often, I don't know why I think about it, every time I see them on TikTok, they're just constantly like, we've got these bundle sets for £5, we've got this for like £2, and I think, are they making any money? Like they obviously must do because um they're constantly busy. Like they have so many people on their social media, like commenting and like viewing them and stuff like that. But I think they're a great brand. This is nice. It just seems to be stuck at the moment. I quite like their primers. So let's go on to foundation, and this is by Max Factor. So this is like a year or two ago I got this. So this is the Facefinity All Day Flawless 3-in-1, and I really like this. I have the shade, if I can remember, 32 light beige, and yeah, I've not used this in a while because it's been kind of all my kind of complexion products are and stuff. So I'm just going to use a brush and just put this on. It's a tad yellow, but I've got a concealer and stuff to make it work. Yeah, it's still fine, just as last time. I feel like my skin is super dry, like it's overly sensitive at the moment right now. In case you guys haven't seen my videos before, I have rosacea, so I have constantly like a red face, and it's not because I'm constantly blushing. It's just the blood vessels like in your face just kind of burst. Like look after it with a really good skincare routine, which I do but sometimes it just kind of flares up. Let's just go into concealer. So again, this is another older product before we move on to all the new stuff. So this is by Tarte. This is the creaseless concealer. Yes, this is old. This is in the shade 20N, and this is the mini, and I'm still using it like all this time later just because I don't know, it's fine. It's a decent concealer. It's just not one that I kind of go after. I feel like I've used up quite a lot of it, but I don't feel like it's one that I will repurchase just because I'm intrigued to try other concealers for sure. And the fact that this is creaseless doesn't really it's not creaseless for me. Like I have very defined lines under my eyes because I am getting older. When I'm filming this in a couple of days, it's my birthday, and I'm gonna be 38, so it's not like I'm in my youth where I'm not getting any wrinkles, and of course my sleeping pattern is all over the place. So for this to be creaseless, that's not going to happen. So a big mistake that I just did with my concealer, I used it under my eye without realizing that I have an under eye brightener because I'm a bit thick. This is their under eye brightener Instant Awake, and I hope this works. I mean, I will use a little bit of it just to see if it's got anything to it. It's in the shade Light Rose. So I'm just going to take a tiny amount ish and see if it's going to do anything. Of course, I know I've just added a concealer, so that might not be as beneficial, but we're going to blend it in. I think I'm going to have to try it obviously without a concealer soon. Maybe in my next kind of like get ready with me. Okay, let's go on to blushes. So I actually have two blushes by the same brand. So this is by 17, and this is Boots kind of like sister brand. They have like their number 7, now they have 17. So this is actually really new. These came out like a couple of days ago. So two blushes. So we've got a limited edition Radiant Silk Powder Blush in the shade Cherry Wood, and I think they only came out with about 3-4 shades. which I guess is fine. Obviously, you want to be a bit more broadening. And then they also have their Blush Blur Velvet Mousse. This is also a limited edition, and it's in the shade Dusty Pink. I'm actually going to use both of them today because why not? So that's the pot version. Let's start off with this. I'm going to use a tiny, tiny brush. Oh, very mousse-like. Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's see how it goes. So let's start off on this side. And I think with this one, they only had 3 shades as well. I never tend to get like bright pink blushes because I feel like they're not suited for me, to be honest, because I like to kind of like mute things and get a bit like meh. But this is okay. This is blending in quite nicely. It's not too heavy, and because it's like a mousse type thing, it blends in quite nicely. I've been using a lot of these type of like mousse products recently, and they don't really tend to disappoint, so that's pretty good. I will go into this this Radiant Silk Powder Blush. It seems like it's got a bit of a shimmer to it as well, so I'm gonna see how it goes. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, because it's got a bit of a shimmer in there as well. You could probably use it as like a duo highlighter thing. I don't have a highlighter today. For some bizarre reason, I didn't like put one in my bag to kind of use. I think I like them both. Like they both have their kind of benefits to them, and they're 2 different kind of consistencies. So if you like a kind of like cream to powder, then you're gonna like this one. If you just want kind of like a brightening kind of powder, then you'll like this one. Let's go on to eyes. So this is something very simple today. So this is by ELF. This is their Glitch Shadow Stick, and this is in the Prism Addict. Yeah, Prism Addict. This is super tiny, but I also got, as like a birthday gift, I got this little duo. So I got the first burst drops, which I have like 4 or 5 of these. I don't know how. And then the lipstick in the shade Drive. So I'm looking forward to trying that in the future. I have another lip product today. But yeah, this is the brand new Shadow Sticks. And it's got like a little stopper because obviously you don't want it to dry out. But this is like a champagne type of shade. Let's give it a swatch. Oh, that's very creamy. That's very nice. I haven't purchased anything from ELF in a while just because there hasn't really been anything that's kind of speaking out to me, and I know that they've been under a lot of hot water recently because of certain things that they've been kind of promoting and doing. But I just really wanted to try this, and I wanted to get my free birthday gift, so let's get this on. I don't have anything on. Oh, this is really cooling on the eye. Oh my god. Wow. That's really nice. Wow. I know they come out with about 4 or 5 different shades. That's really pigmented. I really wanted to try like the purple one, but I thought, you know what, let's just kind of go for like something quite simple. And with these, it's kind of nice to kind of blend it out to this end, basically, because if you don't want like a harsh kind of like glide, then it's nice to just add a bit of a blend. And I don't have a shadow, so obviously this could be perfect with a matte shadow or anything by itself, but that's really nice. I'll see how it goes with any creasing because my eyes tend to crease quite a lot, especially now that I'm going to add like my lip products. So that is really nice. It's for like £8. I think it's pretty decent. I think in Superdrug store they're like £9, so it's a bit of a price difference. So let's go on to lips. So I have another new product from 17, and this is their Glossy Glaze Lip Plumping Pen, and this is in the shade Burnt Sienna. I'm hoping it's not orange. I think it's more of a kind of nudie tone. So I've got to take the sellotape off. It was taped on pretty securely by Boots, which is something new because Boots tend to be quite rubbish when it comes to like sellotaping their products. But I'm just going to line my lip with a W7 lip liner. Okay, so with this pen, let's have a look. I think they're a little bit late to the game because so many brands have been coming out with these constantly. But let's give this a swirl and see what happens. It's very comfy. It glides on really nicely as well. I'm definitely getting some tingling effect, which is obviously the whole purpose of it, and it's very hot. It is very kind of tingling and it feels okay. And obviously you want it to be tingly if you want it plumping. Like I think the whole plumping thing is kind of dying down now because I think everyone has done it now. But this is my finished look. Let me know what you guys think. Everything is pretty good. I think even the shadow stick, I've not even had it on for like 5 minutes and it hasn't creased yet, which is pretty good. I don't know, obviously, I mean, with me and eyeshadows, they tend to crease over time, but sometimes they can be, especially in warmer weather, it tends to crease much quicker. The blushes are super nice. Like I said, I like both of them. I think they're both really pretty. Lip plumper is nice, pumping like slowly, and it's got a nice kind of colour to it. So yeah, everything is super affordable as well. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you've been enjoying as of recently, and yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.